Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I'm bringing you my first Halloween tutorial of 2018 on my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to achieve this gangster clown makeup look for Halloween. So if you are ready to learn how to get your gangster clown on, keep on watching and we'll get to blending. So for this look, we're starting off with our brows already done. Just do your normal eyebrow routine and we're going to jump right onto the eyes. So I'm priming with my NYX HD Photogenic Concealer and I'm going to apply that on the eyelids and blend it out with my damp beauty blender. And once that's all blended out, we're going to set it down with a translucent powder so the concealer does not crease. And we are ready for eyeshadow. I'm starting off with the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe eyeshadow palette. I'm taking the light warm tone orange with a MAC 217 and I'm going to begin by blending this out in my crease. We're going for a normal smoky eye and then we're going to transform it with the art on the face later on. So we're just going to proceed with a normal smoky eye. So of course, you know me, I have to go in with a transition shade. Next, I'm taking my Kylie Cosmetics blending brush and the black shade from the Morphe palette, and I'm going to build that up in the outer V. You can see that it really didn't do much. I didn't really like the pigment of the shadow, so I switched to Anastasia's Noir shadow and an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I built that up in the outer V and lightly blended it into the inner crease and smoked it out along the outer edge of the eye. And of course, black eyeshadows can be super messy and I wanted crisp edges on the eyeshadow, so I went in with a Neutrogena makeup wipe just to clean everything up. And I went back to that MAC 217 with no extra product and I blended out the edges of the black shadow. Working with darker shadows can be a little bit tricky sometimes because the harsh lines stick out even more than a neutral shadow, so you want to make sure you take your time blending those edges out. Taking my NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, I'm going to cover my eyelids with concealer. I'm using my F70 concealer brush from Sigma to map out the eyelid so we have a guideline as far as where we're going to be applying our eyeshadow shade. And then I'll be applying Fairy from the Anastasia Soft Glam palette and using an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to pack this on the area where we applied the concealer. Moving on to the face, we're going to prime. I'm using the Glow Recipe J.One Jelly Pack Foundation Primer, which is literally glue. It keeps your foundation on so well. It's probably the best primer I've ever tried. So after we've primed, we're ready for foundation. I'm using the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation in the shade Shell Ivory. This is a nice foundation because it gives you pretty good coverage but doesn't feel too heavy on the skin, and since we're going to be applying lots of powder and concealer later on, I didn't want to go in with a foundation that was too heavy, and it's just not fun to have a heavy foundation on, so especially for Halloween looks, I didn't want to go with anything too heavy. And for our concealer today, we're using the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I am using the shade Fair, and I'm going to be blending that out with my damp beauty blender. And then after I've blended it out on the under eye, I took any extra product on the sponge and blended it out on the chin, nose, and forehead for highlight. And now I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation and concealer using the e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder just to lock the face makeup into place. We're going to be drawing lots of lines and smudging out eyeshadow on top of the foundation, so I didn't want to do that on top of a sticky, creamy base, so setting with the powder is your best option for blending out stuff like that on top of foundation. Now, gangster clowns still need their contour to be on fleek, so we're going to go ahead and get our Benefit HOOLA bronzer on our Morphe M143 Deluxe fan brush, and we're going to carve out the cheekbone. And I'm going to take that bronzer and apply it everywhere else on the face, just around the perimeter, down the neck, along the jawline. Okay, now the scary part. So we're taking Anastasia's Noir shadow, and we're actually using an angled brow brush from IT Cosmetics. It's their Build a Brow number 12 brush, and we're going to begin by mapping out the line along the midsection of the face. So I started the line on the center of the nose, and basically I'm just going to do one side at a time, but I wanted the lines to have a dip and a high point to it, so I just went up and down, up and down. If I had to change one thing, I would say that I would have made the low points lower and the higher points even higher and more pronounced, but that's just something that I probably would have changed if I could go back. And then we're going to go ahead and move over to the other side of the face. I wanted to do the eyeshadow first just because it'd be a little bit more forgiving if I really made a big mistake. And next I'm going to go ahead and define that line using my NYX matte liquid eyeliner. I went ahead and brought the center of the nose to a tip and filled that in. So I just drew a little triangle that connected with the line, and then I'm going to trace the lines I drew with the eyeshadow with my eyeliner just to give it more definition. And like I said earlier, it really helps that I did the eyeshadow first, just in case I really made a mistake. It's not like eyeliner where it would be a big deal to take off and redo, but eyeliner is going to be a little bit more tricky if I would have done that first. And I tried my best to have a steady hand. As you can see on this side of the face, I kind of messed up, but I went back with the makeup wipe later on and fixed it. Now I'm going to go ahead and smudge out that line using Anastasia's Noir eyeshadow using an e.l.f. smudging brush. This part doesn't have to be so clean and steady-handed. You're basically just smudging out the lower part of the line. So you don't want to smudge above, you want to smudge below. We're trying to keep that top half of the face pretty clean. So you just want to make sure you smudge the eyeshadow below the line and not actually above it, just to keep that top part clean. Next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner Pencil in 0, and I'm going to line the lower waterline and then setting it with Anastasia's Noir shadow, and I'm really smoking out the lower lash line with this as well, just to add some extra definition. Next, we're going to draw small triangles underneath the eyes. I'm using the NYX matte liquid eyeliner, but I'm applying it with my E10 small eyeliner brush from NYX, and you're just drawing a elongated triangle underneath the eyes, and then you're going to bring it to a taper, I guess. You want to bring it to a very thin line, and then below that line we're going to draw a small circle, which you can just dot the end of your eyeliner pencil on the skin and it'll create that dot for you. And we're going to do it on the other eye. It was hard to make them symmetrical, but girl, we tried our best. And to add more of a clown effect, we're going to just draw a small circle on the end of the nose. You can make this how big or how small that you would like. I just went with a medium-sized circle, tried to do my best to make it a good looking circle, but you know, it wasn't perfect. And I couldn't resist going with a red lip, so I went in with the perfect red that anyone can go with, the red Stunna lip paint from Fenty Beauty. This is a beautiful, true blue undertone red, and it's just gorgeous and was perfect for the look. Next, we're going to draw some smile lines. So I'm using my NYX matte liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to begin the line from the outer corner of the lip, and I'm just going to curve it outwards and upwards. To finish off the eyes, I'm going in with the Kiss push-up lashes in Bustiere to really finish off the eyes. These were a struggle to get on, but we made it work. So we're going to do the same thing that we did under the eyes, but above the eyebrows. So I'm beginning by drawing a small triangle above the eyebrows, and then I'm going to fill it in with that NYX matte liquid eyeliner. And I just drew this in the center of the eyebrow. It was really hard to make these identical, even much more harder than the under eyes were. And once you're done with that step, you guys are done. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more Halloween makeup videos from me, make sure that you hit a thumbs up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video so very much. Make sure you subscribe before you head out. Have a fantastic day. Jesus loves you so much, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.